Well, it's just a few hours into trading, today's trading. What sentiment is the market starting off with?
We're seeing a good buy sentiment in the market right now, I mean, you asked about xenophobic attack probably having its impact in the market earlier, and I told you we need to wait a bit more. But in early trades, what we're seeing right now is a 1.17% gain in the key benchmark indices of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. I mean, that's some bulls chasing this, what should have been the xenophobic attack brought in by the bears earlier out of the market. I mean, that's what we're seeing at this point in time. We've seen Access Bank and MTN, shaping the trading day so far. Going by what Access Bank is doing, Access Bank just released its earnings, its half-year 2019 numbers this morning. We've seen this company growing its consolidated accounts. That's which has to do with the mergers and acquisition with Diamond Bank. Growing that top line at by some 19.7% to some 343.31 billion naira. That's what the top line looks like. We'll see an interest income of 272 billion naira, growing by some 46.18%. Net interest income also shot up some 81.89% to 155 billion naira. If you look at the bottom line, that also looks very, very impressive. Profit before tax came in at 74.1 billion naira. That's 61.67%. Profit after tax also came in at 63.02 billion naira, which is 59% higher than what this company did in 2018. And of course, interim dividend is 25 kobo. I mean, we had actually thought that the Access Bank may not be able to declare an interim dividend, but actually defied the odds by declaring 25 kobo dividend, which is similar to what they actually paid last year. So in essence, what we're seeing is a flat shift in the between what they paid last year and this year. And how are investors taking these numbers at this point in time? Access Bank opened in the markets this morning at 6 naira 45 kobo. At about now, it's doing some 6 naira 65 kobo, having added about 20 kobo plus, to the share price. And we've seen a movement of more than 3% on this company right now. We're seeing, I think, around 4 million units or plus of trading or transactions on this particular company at this point. Let me also inform you about what MTN is doing. Having closed at 138 naira yesterday, MTN has raked in some 6 naira 95 kobo in gains as of this morning. We're seeing this company now trading at 145 naira. Over 1 billion naira worth of its units have now been traded in the market so far. That represents more than 5% in the market. And of course, we should say thanks to Dangote Flour, UACN, and of course, UAC Properties. These companies, helping to push up the indices of the markets right now, Chimeze.
So with this bullish sentiment we are seeing today, what's your outlook for going into next week?
Positive. Well, for today, Chimeze, we see the markets, eventually closing positive today, especially if we're able to get some more gains around some heavyweights in the market. Things should be good. For next week, we expect a bit of mixed sentiment in the market. Look at the counters. For Access Bank, I give you an example now. That was a company that was trading around 6 naira 5 kobo as at the beginning of this week. We saw on Monday through to Tuesday, Wednesday, some folks were buying into Access Bank given the expected H1 2019 numbers as at 15th of September. Now, Access Bank beats that date by announcing its numbers on the 6th of September. So those folks that have actually invested at 6 naira 5 kobo, at this point will be looking at taking profit. I mean, if you've gained some 60 kobo or 65 kobo or even more, it's time for you to take profits next week. That's what we see actually, Chimeze. And of course, on the counters of MTN, we expect a little bit of profit taking, while some folks will also continue to buy into it.
All right, we'll continue to look forward to a positive trading today. Thank you, Temple. Well, on that note, we wrap up today's edition of the program and, of course, for the week. Thank you for watching. I'm Chimeze Obi Iwagu.